Yo, what's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while. But a lot of things have taken place, and I truly needed the time to kind of get things together with my personal life, get things together with my business, like really take the time to step back and really pay attention to what I have been doing. I definitely want to lock in, and I definitely wanted to, get back into the swing of things when it comes down to content creation and posting, creating an event. You need people that are going to see the vision, believe in the vision, and not expect anything, and just go and do the job that you gave them. And for me, I didn't have enough of that, not because of anybody that was a part of it or anybody that participated or did not participate. It was solely because of myself. When it came down to Project Six and the event itself, I had an idea. And I was like, you know what? I have a group of musicians that are on the same page as me when it comes down to the craft. They take it very seriously. I have people that I know that are looking for something to come to, and I had this idea for the longest. When it came down to Project Six, this is actually something that I talked with my grandfather about. Not to the very detail, but my grandfather birthed a very musical family on my mom's side, right? And the thing about it was my grandfather always wanted to see us. My grandfather and my grandmother wanted to all see their grandchildren do something, spectacular with their, musical gifts. And my grandfather always told me, he was like, hey, you should look into, potentially, doing your own thing, playing your own music. And it was something that I took very seriously. And when it came down to Project Six overall, that was the dedication to him to say, hey, I did it, and my grandfather has been dead and gone since 2019. Um, but I definitely wanted to do that for him and my grandma and my whole family. Music is really, my ministry is what I know. And so for me, it was just like, okay, I got to do this. I set out a goal and I had to finish it. And so for me, it was a lot. It took a lot out of me. It took a lot out of, my time. It took a lot of effort. It took a lot of long nights. Like when I tell y'all, I sat up with a few people until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, knowing good and damn well we got to be up for work. You understand what I'm saying? Like I literally needed to step into a leadership role and actually like be able to articulate myself to everybody's questions, to everybody's egos and emotions. And I also had to handle things and put out fires on top of dealing with my own emotions about it. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes down to it, man, I learned so much about myself. Like I said, it was so much that I had to do on my own, because I did not know what I was doing. All I knew was, hey, I'm a content creator. I need to get content out. So that means promotion. That means these episodes that I was putting out on, YouTube and Instagram. And so now it's like, okay, I'm also doing the promotion, actually going out and delivering flyers to people's mailboxes and going for long walks and driving and going to businesses, different venues. I'm talking about restaurants, I'm talking about bars, I'm talking about concert halls, whatever the case was. I was going and I was leaving my information there to let people know, hey, this is happening. And even getting the music out to the band, paying people, and making sure things were good, and it was so much that I had to just do and make sure it got done. And the point of it all is, like I said, make sure you have a team around you. Make sure you have a team of people that they know exactly what's expected of them, and they are willing to, but not only believe in the dream, but put in work, whether they get paid or not. You know what I mean? And so for me, I was grateful, but I know because of my own self and just me being so having so much tunnel vision at the time. I realized that, I need that. I need that, and I need to be more vocal about that, because as you guys can see, it took a whole lot out of me. You guys have not seen me in about a month. So, but regardless, I'm back. Content creation is full back on. This is something that I even had to take a look at content creation. You know, I need more people to help me, and I'm okay with admitting that. But ultimately, yeah. I mean, look, I'm back. Project 6 is going to be another thing. It probably won't happen until next year. But with that being said, there is work being put in right now. The groundwork is still being laid. Um, and we are very much um, back. We're very much back. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love that I've been getting. A lot of you guys have been asking about the content creation. Hey, when are you gonna post again? Hey, what's been going on? Like, we actually enjoy watching your videos. Well, look, I kept my promise and I told y'all I'm dropping this week. So with that being said, thank you for you guys' support, and we're back. Deuces.